I think everyone experiences that quick glimpse of, oh my God, I have to handle this on my own. It's definitely a human universal, as important as social bonds are. And the story in that is very much a question about his resilience. And there isn't anyone to turn to. And you could just, you could give in, you could give up at that point. And I think those kind of personal tests are, that they make for fascinating fiction, and any fiction where a protagonist is faced with impossible choices is it's a sort of thrilling thing to write, and it's a thrilling thing to sort of write and experience, to read and experience. But yeah, I know. I think at the time as well, I've been doing quite a lot of, like, I went up and trekked on my own in Snowdonia. Um, I'd worked incredibly hard, was ludicrously burnt out, needed a break from everything. Went up and trekked for a couple of days, and it was quite a dark experience actually. I camped out overnight and things like that on my own, but incredibly sort of rejuvenating at the same time. And yeah, I think I just wanted to reflect some of what that felt like in writing, and I've ended up writing quite a lot around that. I do feel a little bit that fantasy games tend to get a bit lost in the Tolkien-esque, that the story is a journey across wilderness. Having this single character facing his own demons, as it were, and also having a renewed hope that's brought to him simply by a landscape has been really interesting. Another thing that's influenced me really heavily in the last few years are the books of a guy called Robert Macfarlane, and he's a writer who tends to write about writers who write about landscape. All of his books have a sort of thematic core, which is the sort of psychological impact of landscape on people. How people kind of, will go walking in the mountains to, as I did, kind of sort of heal and rejuvenate. People will plunge into forests or climb mountains to sort of thrill themselves and scare themselves. And how different landscapes have like a kind of sort of psychological residue for people. And that kind of that struck me really, really profoundly, I've wanted to just try and express some of the same sentiments in the stuff that I've been writing the past few years.